I'm Jon Arez.
You are Jon Arez.
And he is Josh
Ryder.
Yeah. Wait, who is that? Jim Carrey that does that? Is that it?
Sure.
Right? I think Jim Carrey does that in the movie. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Or is that Robin Williams and Mrs. Doubtfire?
Oh, they all do it.
When he's doing all the voices, he's like...
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? I'm
going?
Jon Arez, and this is...
Josh.
Yeah. Josh. And this is episode 69.
No way, is it?
Yeah. Episode 69 of the Views from the Jon podcast. Welcome, everybody. We got a great show lined up for you today. We got a great show lined up for you today. It's so great, I don't even know what we're going to talk about. All right. Anyways, what's up, everybody? It's good to see you. Good to see you, my
Good to see you, John.
friend.
Haven't seen you since last week.
I know. Once a week, Sally.
Dude, I had a crazy day today.
You had a crazy day.
Yeah.
Tell us about your crazy day.
Well, if anybody's new to the show, me and John have been in a band a long time ago together. That's how we met. And we like different types of music and stuff like that. So today I went off the deep end.
Yeah, how so?
I changed it up. I got into a zone, and I put on the soundtrack to The Wizard of Oz.
The Wizard of Oz.
All 4 hours, man. I didn't even know there was two different soundtracks to it. It was like changed up differently.
Okay.
Different versions.
Well, yeah, The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
I know, what do I know about The Wizard of Oz? You ready for this?
Yeah?
Never seen it.
You never seen The Wizard of Oz?
Nope, not that I can recall.
Get out of here.
Nope.
You must be like the only American that's never seen The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
That's not normal.
No. And a lot of the stuff you haven't seen, in my opinion, isn't normal either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that, you know.
Yeah, there's I didn't know this. There's some stupid logic that I'm going to give everybody, but there's 14 songs in just the part where the house lands on the witch until she leaves the yellow brick road. There's 14 different songs there
Now,
on the soundtrack.
not having seen the movie,
Yeah.
when you're talking 14 songs, are these like 14, like, what kind of songs?
They're like little tracks. They're like little song and
Like
dance.
little, like, jingles you'd find in a, like a Broadway type of play, like that kind of stuff. Not
But
like rock songs or rap.
They're short, man. They're real short.
Oh, yeah, because this movie came out, and so they did the soundtrack the same year as the movie?
Yeah, it was all together.
And this movie's from the 30s.
Yeah. I can't believe you've never seen The Wizard of Oz, dude. That's like a classic.
I definitely remember being a kid and seeing parts of it, but it's been so long.
Yeah.
I'm sure that at some point in my life when I was a child, I've seen it, but I didn't retain any of it.
You never
And,
watched...
as an adult, I never just took the time to actually rewatch it.
Because you can match up the Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon to the whole movie. That's crazy. You ever done that?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
Dude. That's what we should do, bro. We should, like, get stoned and, like, sync up the whole Pink Floyd movie to the... Yeah. No, but, hey, that could be my, new task.
Yeah?
Considering it perplexes me the amount of movies you haven't seen.
Yeah,
like
you should watch
ultra classics you haven't seen.
You should watch it.
I haven't seen The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, Judy Garland.
So maybe I should watch The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
And then I'll give you guys my movie review. Because I haven't done one yet.
Nice.
What about that?
Yeah.
You can quiz me, right?
I think that would be good.
Because you know it well enough to you, like, went to the soundtrack.
Yeah.
right?
What's that Metallica song that they did? It was Justice for All. There was a song that they played. I totally forgot it. But it plays off the guards of the Wicked Witch. They're actually named Winkies.
You're trying to say that there was a Metallica song?
Yeah, that they took from
In the Wizard of Oz?
Ooh. Yeah, Metallica took it from there.
Oh, okay. Metallica sampled,
Yes.
is what you're trying to say, a portion of the movie and put it into a song.
Yeah, but it's James Hetfield.
yeah.
It's James Hetfield singing it, though. It's like Fidel. Starts with an F. You got it.
I know the riff.
I don't think the folks at home need to hear the jingle.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it.
Dude, the folks at home, basically what I'm trying to give the folks at home is like a little window. Like as if like another dimension opens up and you get a peek at these two random dudes like you and I just having a conversation like you're just a fly in the wall. That's all you are. Yeah. So try not to worry about the people at home. The people at home can fend for themselves.
I care about the people.
This is about you and I, buddy.
I know.
Okay?
It is about.
And we just film it so we can document it. That way it's always out there. So,
Yeah.
Dude, who knows? 200 years after we die.
Yeah.
This shit could still be on the internet.
Yeah,
People could be watching us.
Aliens could be watching us.
Yeah, they could be like, look at these guys. I wish they were still alive.
Yeah.
Maybe they'd resurrect us.
Yeah, they would.
Get these guys back. We need them on alien radio.
Yeah, they could take our photos and like make doubles of us and stuff.
Yeah. So that's why your day was wild?
Yeah.
Is that how you described your day? Didn't you say you had a crazy day?
Well, it was a crazy morning.
Is that the adjective that you used?
Yeah, I changed it up a bit. And then I went into like some meditation music afterwards.
Okay, so what made your day crazy today was the fact that you switched up your music.
Yeah.
From your normal routine to
that's
listening
wild.
to... that's a wild day, man. Dude.
It just got me thinking of, Wizard of Oz. Flying monkeys.
Let's jump into something quick that everybody can relate to. Everybody's seen these Bernie Sanders memes.
I was going to say chicken pot pie.
What about it?
Everybody can relate to chicken pot pie.
Can they?
They could.
You think everyone's had chicken pot pie?
Everybody loves chicken pot pie.
No one wants to hear about chicken pot pie.
All right.
What about this Bernie Sanders? Mimi. I love saying Mimi. Mimi.
Like the Roadrunner?
Mimi.
It's, I don't know. It's Bernie. It's cold Bernie.
Okay, but why is it so hilarious for people to stick that image of him at the inauguration into so many random different...
I don't know. It's fun, man.
I've seen him as Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
I mean, anywhere you could place him, he's been like fucking Where's Waldo.
Yeah.
I just don't get it.
I seen him at there was a strip bar a few doors down that he was on the telephone pole. Somebody put him on top of it.
Do you understand it? I mean, it's silly. It's kind of funny, but I don't understand if there's anything like behind it. Like, what does it mean?
He looks grumpy and cold, and I
Is it because he's the guy that everybody wanted in from that party?
Maybe.
And he's not in.
Those are some sweet mittens, though, he's wearing.
Maybe it's like, it has to mean something more than just making Bernie Sanders into like, Where's Waldo?
Right.
It's got to mean like he was left out in the cold or something.
Yeah.
Like, this is the guy we wanted, and you got an 85-year-old in power right now.
Yeah.
That's a warmonger. And has been caught saying the N-word so many times. This is the guy we put in office. As much as I hate to admit it, I don't want to talk politics, man.
Anyways,
I'm just hoping that we didn't swap one problem for another. Is all I'm praying for.
Yeah. The mittens that he's wearing, though, there's a woman that actually makes them in Essex Junction, Vermont.
I heard that story.
You heard it?
Yes, because I was researching on the Google what was up with this meme. Because Yeah.
And I guess she got harassed. Everybody was calling her for gloves, make her gloves. But
those are some nice mittens, man.
They are.
And it's one state away up in Vermont.
I'd buy them.
Vermont, the Green Mountain State. I love Vermont. I learned how to ski in Vermont. It snowed today, man.
It did snow today. Props to the road workers for hooking me up with the road this morning.
I did a lot of work outside.
It was nice and clean.
Did a lot of work outside today with the snow.
It's beautiful out. Did you see all like the snow on the trees and stuff?
No.
Awesome.
I blew the snow.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Nice. I would have built a snowman.
I was thinking about that today. Couldn't they have come up with a better name for the snowblower?
It's a thrower.
Because with my line of thinking, snow blower, like the whole blow and snow. I mean, first of all, it's not blowing it. It's like augering it.
It's throwing it.
And then it's throwing it.
Yeah.
I think a better term for it would be a snow thrower.
Yeah.
A snow thrower almost sounds like a flamethrower. It sounds better. But when I hear the words snow and blow, like, hey, you blew some snow, it almost sounds like a code word for like you did a hit of cocaine. Hey, man, you want to blow some snow?
I like how it comes with like a little beater stick that you gotta, if it gets clogged up, you gotta shove the beater stick in there and unplug it.
I had to do that today.
Yeah?
But you know what the beater stick was?
What was that?
My hand.
Oh, that's not smart.
I know. But I made sure that the auger was stopped first.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. I'm a professional, man. I know people that have lost fingers. I had a neighbor growing up that lost a finger doing that.
Yeah?
Yeah. You know how often
What finger was it?
I don't know. But you know how often of an injury that is in the wintertime?
It matters what finger it was. Because she could still like function. She can't function without this one though.
But you're assuming it's a she.
You said it was a she.
I didn't say it was a she. I
Pretty
said when I was a kid, I had a neighbor that lost a finger sticking their hand down the chute of a snowblower.
I thought you said she.
Nah. Or maybe I did. I don't know.
All right. Maybe it was a dude.
Yeah, it was a dude.
All right.
I'm pretty confident of it. But yeah, man. I blew the snow.
Yeah.
Or I threw the snow. And then I went back out just before you got here because it's supposed to get like 0. It's supposed to get super cold.
Yeah, we're heading.
So all of that melt we had today is going to freeze solid. And then it's only going to be like 15 tomorrow for a high.
Wow. We're heading into the dark days of winter for New England.
So anything that's wet right now in this area is going to become black ice.
Nice.
And it's not going to melt tomorrow. So, I threw a bunch of sand and salt.
Slick shoes.
I threw a bunch of sand and salt on the sidewalk.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
And the driveway.
You knew I was coming.
And I snow blew my neighbor's driveway.
You snow blowed.
I snow blowed it. I snow threw it. Yeah. I'm a nice guy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How'd your weekend go? What'd you do?
Dude, I gotta tell you, I don't know what to call it. It's a sadness, or it's a hangover of sorts.
Chicken pot pie?
It's almost like somebody having broken my heart. It's almost like having your heart broken.
What happened?
I'm going to tell you what happened.
We're getting sad?
No, it's not sad. Right. It's just something weird that I've never experienced before. But maybe I don't think you can identify with it. That's why I'm trying to put it into terms you can understand, like having your heart broken. That's what it feels like.
I've had my heart broken.
Right, but you've never done.
What haven't I done?
Okay, just listen.
I'm listening.
You know I love me some Netflix. I love all kinds of shows. I still like TV and movies. I know you're not a fan, but I really fell in love with a series called The 100. We talked about it last week.
Yeah, you did.
And I finished it. I finished it.
Yeah.
It was 100 episodes, 7 seasons, and I finished it. 100? And when it was over, when the whole series was done, it was like 3 weeks, 100 episodes. That's how much I watched. Like morning, noon, and night when I wasn't working. I was immersed in this show for 3 weeks. I felt like I was like immersed in it, dude. Right? Yeah.
How long is an episode?
Like 45 minutes to an hour. Yeah. Right. So I spent a lot of my time with these people from this show, and I fell in love with the freaking show, and then it ended. And then I read online that there's not going to be a season 8. The show's been canceled. So now I've tried to, start up a new show. And everything that I'm trying to watch, I've tried to watch that series Lost. I've tried this new series called Sex Ed. I tried Arrested Development, and I know these are all good series. It's just because of this hangover I have from this show being over.
Yeah.
Like, nothing compares to it.
You fell in love with it.
Yeah, I fell in love with it, and now that it's over, it's like no matter what girl I see, so to speak,
Yeah.
it doesn't compare with this ex. You know?
Maybe you should.
However, that's subsided.
Oh.
I found a show.
What'd you do?
You know what I did watch?
What?
I watched a documentary. It's still trending on. Don't you have Netflix?
No.
You should.
I got Disney Plus.
You should get it, you cheapskate.
Yes.
There's so many amazing things on there.
I will someday.
For the people at home, you know, considering this show is like a pop culture podcast, we need to involve you more in pop and culture,
Oh, yeah.
like Netflix series.
My pop culture is like the 80s
Yeah.
and the 90s.
Well, that's all right. But just listen up. What the fuck were we just talking about?
Pop culture.
Yeah, no, but before I was talking about the 100 and Netflix. Oh no, the series I watched over the weekend was a series. Yeah, not Siri. Thank you. Sorry, everybody. I don't know how many of you have heard. Just went off.
Hey Siri.
No, don't say it, you asshole. I don't want my phone coming up again with it. Don't say her name. Okay, that's my girl's name.
Oh.
That's my girl.
Do you
So
say
listen
it?
up. Listen
All
up.
right,
Listen
I'm
up.
listening.
Okay.
I'm listening.
The Night Stalker.
Okay.
Richard Ramirez, a real dude. In 1985, he killed 19 people. He raped like 46 children, beat up old people. Some he let live, some he let kill. He claimed to be, he pledged allegiance to Satan. He left behind blood-stained signs of the devil. What's it called?
Pentagon?
Yeah,
Pentagram?
pentagrams like behind in the crime scenes.
Yeah.
So it's just a really cool 4-part documentary on like all the actual footage of all the killings. It's just a story of who this guy was,
just,
who the actual detectives were that worked on this guy catching him, and how they caught him.
It's just telling
and it's
you how
just
he was.
really well done. That's why it's like the number. It's like I think it's the 3rd best show on Netflix for the last month.
Yeah.
It's super popular, super good. Everyone who's seen it's been like awesome show.
Yeah.
So yeah, I watched that and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But I did find a new show.
All right.
It's called Lucifer.
Okay. I've heard about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's about like the devil. Brrr.
Isn't that obvious by the name?
Duh. Well, no.
Like if you knew absolutely nothing about the show.
Could be a name of a cat.
I've heard about the show Lucifer. Yeah, isn't it about the devil? Whoa. How'd you figure that out? Fucking Einstein.
Nah, but it's like a human guy, and I just saw clips of it.
Yeah, it's the devil himself apparently takes human form, and instead of being, dark and evil, he actually puts his evilness to use in useful ways, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And he teams up with an actual LAPD cop, who of course is a beautiful young woman.
Of course.
Because that, because then it wouldn't be a series,
Right. It has to be.
If it was an older woman that was overweight per se. Do you think the series would have as much success? I don't think so, people. And that's the problem that some people have with Hollywood. But anyways, yeah. So anyways, yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why I couldn't get into such shows as Arrested Development. I'm sure they're great shows.
So you're in a doco series now, huh?
And other, no.
The Lucifer one's not a doco series, but
no.
the other one
that's
was.
an actual like drama.
Yeah, I know.
Like a fictional drama.
Yeah, like Supernatural.
But the Nightcrawler.
I thought you watched Supernatural.
The Night Stalker. Supernatural I did. I was like 6 seasons in, and I just kind of needed something else.
Yeah, that's a lot of time to dedicate.
And right around the same time I stopped watching Supernatural was when I got Disney Plus, and I hadn't seen any of the Mandalorians. So I had a lot of Mandalorian watching to do.
Nice.
But yeah, my new series that I'm into is Lucifer. That's the one I'm watching on Netflix right now. Lucifer.
Sweet.
Yeah. What else?
We got The Bachelor and The Bachelorette on Netflix, or no? I
don't know. There's a lot of shows and movies that I search for. like online, like who's got it, and everything I always search for online, it's always Amazon Prime. That seems to be like the best service out there if you want to have access to friggin' anything. Because every time I search for a movie that I can't find anywhere else, or a show, Fraggle Rock, fucking whatever.
Fraggle Rock. Where'd you come up with that?
I don't know, because
came out of your ass.
I've been wanting to watch Fraggle Rock again.
Fraggle Rock's the bomb,
and
dude.
You can't friggin' find it. There's like 87 like cable companies now that are now internet.
Spoken.
Fucking
The dozers.
I love the dozers.
Dozers are awesome.
They're always building these great roads, and all of a sudden these friggin' Fraggles come along and just...
Friggin' Fraggles.
That's what they're eating, right?
Yeah, they're eating
They eat the roads.
They eat the roads and everything. Their towers and the gorgs.
Maybe that's why our generation is so messed up.
Who?
Our generation.
Jim Henson was
No, I'm talking about, like, Fraggle Rock was for our generation.
Yeah. The Muppet
And I'm
Show.
saying, like, you don't find cartoons like that for, like, this generation.
You got SpongeBob now.
Yeah, like, look how dark that cartoon was, just talking about it just now.
What? Fraggle Rock?
Yeah.
It's a freaking awesome show.
You got these Fraggles, or these, like, things that aren't human, that, like, everybody loves the Fraggles, but they're eating the Dozier's roads.
Yeah.
All the hard work they do, putting these complex roadways in, and these Fraggles are just like, I'll take that.
And you got these giants trying to kill them and eat them.
Exactly.
You got talking trashy.
Yeah. You got trash, you know. I think it gives kids I think it gave us, like, you know, like the idea that, like, trash is okay. You know? Look at a trash heap. That's a cool trash heap. Trash is cool.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why our generation polluted the planet, because we watched Fraggle Rock. We were raised on the Smurfs and Inspector Gadget and He-Man and G.I. Joe.
I was never into Inspector Gadget. I thought that was corny.
You didn't like Inspector Gadget?
No.
Inspector Gadget.
No. I was more into DuckTales and...
What about Nickelodeon shows? Like,
Gummy Bears.
you can't do that on television?
Yeah, Double Dare.
Double Dare?
Yeah, I watched that
Who was the host of Double Dare? What was that guy's name?
I don't know.
You don't remember that guy's name?
Was he on a TV show, though?
I don't know. It was some douchebag.
Oh.
Sorry. I don't know.
What about that? It was like a game show where you had, like, it was like, you had to go through all these, like, trials and stuff. It was like and you had to get like a statue. You had to win a statue.
I think
like
that was Double Dare.
Like a golden statue. It was like Aztec something. It was crazy.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, it was like kind of like American Gladiator where you run through stuff.
But it was a kid's show?
It was kids.
Like a Nickelodeon?
It was kids that were doing, and they'd win like a TV if they won or something.
I don't know anything about it.
Or like $100. They always got gypped though when what they won, and they were so excited about it.
Yeah.
Like, I just won a $5 packet of toilet paper or something.
You know what show I love? Pinwheel.
Pinwheel.
Remember Pinwheel?
No.
Pinwheel, pinwheel, spin me around.
No.
Huh?
That's creepy though. You said it kind of seductive to me.
Yeah, pinwheel, pinwheel, pin.
What? Where'd you go with that? That just went right down the road.
I was trying to say pin.
No, you were like, pin me. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
I don't know. Maybe I'm under a trance. I don't know. Maybe there's a truth serum in the air, and I'm just saying what's really on my mind.
I was supposed to get a tattoo tomorrow, but they called me in on Saturday, so I went and got a tattoo. I got my little bird right there.
Yeah, dude, I dig it.
And then I think I'm gonna get like an anchor right here.
I dig the sparrow.
Thanks, bub.
I dig the sparrow. However,
what
is up with the anchor? Anchor. I can't say acre right.
What?
Anchor.
Oh.
Anchor.
Anchor.
Like a boat anchor.
I want to get an anchor here.
Why do you want to get a boat anchor?
I think they're cool looking.
Like if you were in the Navy.
I'm not in the Navy.
If you were in the Navy, I could see that.
I'm not in the Navy.
I know you weren't.
But I want
And if you were like a fisherman,
yeah.
I could see you getting like
I'm
a
a fisherman. I like fishing.
I know, but like I'm talking like a,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
like a guy that catches lobster traps at the back of the head.
Yeah.
One of those guys.
Yeah.
Like a longshoreman or something.
Yeah, I like the ocean, so I like to go all out on that arm.
Why don't you go all out? Why don't you get an anchor with like barnacles on it?
That sounds like a good idea. Barnacles are cool.
But why do you want an anchor?
I don't know.
That's my question.
Because I
Of all
want
the things. Actually, you may have said this last week, but like, what is the significance of the sparrows? What is that supposed to represent for
it's
you?
my grandmother's favorite bird.
Okay.
That's one of them.
Okay.
They do make nests at work, so underneath the trailer. So they do follow me out every morning.
Yeah.
Kind of like they do for sailors and stuff. They follow.
Right. So my point is that you tattooing anything on your body means something to you.
Yeah, except for the mess I got going on my back.
Right. But that mess can be turned into something.
Yeah, I will.
I'm sure if you were to like take a picture of your back and even post it in the right online forum, there's artists out there that could probably draw you something real freaking cool to turn that into.
They will.
Actually, I have my tattoo artist buddies in Maui. You have to fly to Maui.
Yeah.
But he could definitely do an amazing job.
Let's go.
Hey, if you want to pony up the money, I'll pony it up with you.
Yeah?
Yeah? He's, back when I used to crash at his houses when he lived out there, he was younger, didn't have a wife and kids. Now he's got a wife and 2 kids. So we can't crash at his house.
I don't know if I could last a week with you. I'm joking.
I think we'd be just fine. I really do. I think we'd be just fine. But what were we just leading up to there?
The tattoo and the anchor.
Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to get at. What does the anchor mean?
I don't know. It means, I don't know. I want it.
That's what I don't get.
Well, it's ocean, man. So I just want it.
Because the sparrows, you tattooing that, on your body, that made sense.
Yeah, it did.
Because it means a lot to you.
Yeah.
Me getting dumplings on my arm meant something to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just, but you're about to tattoo something on you that you don't seem like you're too sure about. Like, oh, it just means ocean. And I like the ocean.
I am kind of like an anchor. I think. I consider myself an anchor.
Your arm's not a friggin', pencil and a paper.
It's not.
And you can just erase.
No.
Yeah. If you want to put an anchor on it, you better.
I consider myself an anchor. So.
Yeah.
That's what.
You know how many jokes and, shit's been talked about people that used to get those, like, mom tattoos?
Yeah.
All those tattoos that used to say mom?
They got them still.
I understand them.
Yeah. You want to?
I can't even think about my mother without almost tearing up. Anyways, moving along. We were talking about, did you ever figure out any, let's get to some cooking. You like to cook.
I love cooking. Where'd that come from?
I don't like to cook.
You should.
Well, here's the deal, dude. I'm single. And when you're a single guy in a city of a lot of great food, no, let's not fucking bullshit myself. It's not like I'm dining out every night. I'm lazy.
Yeah?
When it comes to feeding myself.
At least you're honest.
And I cook very simply.
Yeah.
Grilled cheeses, spaghetti with, zucchini.
I cook simply too, but there's a couple days out of the night that I wanna treat myself.
Yeah.
To something good.
And I would love to do that. To cook for me is just, I don't know. But here's the thing. You and I were in a band together, obviously.
Yeah.
But that was in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And then when you quit the band, you took off, and I didn't see you again until when?
2 years ago.
A couple years ago.
Yeah.
So there's a whole time period that went by in our lives where there's, you don't know what I did. really.
I know, and that's a good portion of the show is we're getting back in touch with each other, and I think that's cool.
So here's my cooking experience.
All right.
As you know, I went to school for computers. When I got out, I got a job in computers. I didn't want a job in computers.
You were always big in computers, though.
Yeah, but that's, dude.
What?
It's not.
It's not what you wanted.
It's not what I wanted.
I gotcha.
You know?
But that's what you're good at.
But, yeah, but not, you know.
I know.
You can just feel it in my heart, dude. It's not there anymore.
Right.
Do I like using computers to, like, let's say, do music and this kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, but do I like programming them and fixing them and all that kind of horse shit?
Yeah.
And supporting people on the phone? Like, oh, my keyboard doesn't work, help me. It's like, oh my God. You know, I just been doing this too long, you know? And it's just like, so anyways, I got to start in computers.
Yeah.
And then I went on tour one summer with Grimlock.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And my job expected me back on, let's say, a Monday. Mm-hmm. And I ended up coming back on a Tuesday. Ooh. And because I was already on thin ice with the manager there, that was enough for them to be like, you're out.
Yep.
And at that point, I was already tired with computers. I was still in my early to mid-20s. So I decided, you know what I'm going to do? Because at the time, I was living right downtown. Right, you know, with great restaurants all around me.
Around here?
Yeah.
All right.
I always wanted to bartend.
Yeah.
And you know the great restaurants around here. Downtown, there's a ton of them.
Yeah.
So I started to wait tables. And I had never waited tables before. Mm-hmm. But the instant the manager saw me, he knew I had the personality for it. I'm not shy around people. I know how to talk. And he's like, that's half the battle. Yeah. If you can just be cool with the customers and you have half a brain. So I picked up waiting tables quickly. And I said to myself, ooh, I like this front of the house shit. I want to be a manager of this someday. So I kept working at that. I worked my way up into bartending. And I eventually managed a bar here locally. And then I moved down to South Carolina. And that's when I moved up into the even higher stratosphere of like restaurant management.
Yeah.
The first job I got when I moved to Charleston, South Carolina, was a job for California Dreamin'. If anyone's ever been to Charleston, South Carolina, you might have heard of California Dreamin'. It's a huge tourist attraction restaurant.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them now.
There's a ton of them. And not only do they own the California Dreamin' chain, they own a ton of other chain restaurants all over the South, in the Georgia, Florida, Texas.
It's like the Applebee's of the South.
I can't remember what the actual like brand name of the company is that owns all those. But so they had a manager and training program. Even if you had a ton of restaurant manager experience, you wouldn't just come right into the company.
Right.
No matter what level you were in, you had to go through the manager training program.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter if you were going to be a front of the house manager or a back of the house manager. You had to go through training for everything. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. I wasn't interested in the back of the house shit. You know?
Right.
I knew how to expedite on the line. You had to as a server.
Huh.
But, you know, I didn't have any interest in cooking. But I had to.
I love cooking.
And I had to go through the whole rigmarole. I had to learn every single aspect of the kitchen. So for 1 week, I had to come in at like 5 a.m. and do all the prep shit. Because they made all their own sauces for the dressing. I had to do that, but in like huge, like 60-gallon drums for the whole restaurant, you know, like crazy shit. And then for a week, I had to work on the line. They had a salad station. They had a saute station, which is my favorite. Then you had the grill. Mm-hmm. Then you had the fry station. So anything that got fried, that guy took care of it. And yeah, that's where I actually learned how to cook.
Yeah, you should treat yourself. You should, at least once a week, you should make yourself something nice for yourself.
But that's just it. I don't have the materials. I don't have the time. I don't have the patience, you know?
Make time.
I just don't care.
Get patience.
Enough. You know?
You should care. You should.
I'd rather order out and get Chinese food.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like.
Is there good Chinese food?
Josh, of course there's great Chinese food around here.
I was just trying to think.
You know what I had to do the other day, dude? And you might find this crazy. But then it would be me, would it?
Right.
Have you ever noticed that I have a box fan? Oh, actually, when you come over, I usually take it out of the kitchen.
You yelled at me today because I had to take my shoes off.
Yeah.
Because you mopped.
Well, yeah.
I feel naked without my shoes on.
I didn't yell at you.
Yeah, you did.
Why did you get me off my subject?
Box fan.
Yeah.
You have a box fan.
Yeah.
I got one too.
There's a box fan in my kitchen that's usually hooked up, but I put it away for you when I put it away when you come over because that's right where we stand to take the picture, right?
Yeah. Are you ashamed of your box fan?
No. I just told you fucking why I don't have it there. What the fuck? Oh, dude. I'm not ashamed of it at all. But why do you think I put what? Why do you think I put a fan in my kitchen in the middle of winter? Is my point.
I don't know. Circulate the air.
No, that's not why I do it.
No?
Yeah.
You like the noise? Is it like ambient noise too?
Yeah, people like white noise.
Yeah.
And I don't like when it's quiet up here. I like as much noise as possible. And why do I like the noise? Because I feel like it's like a comfort to me.
Right.
I don't like a silent house.
You should get a cat.
Dude, I don't want a feline. I'm not a feline fan. I'll take a dog though.
Get a little
Dude, I
Shih
would have
Tzu or something.
I would already have a dog, but I do plan on moving, and having a dog is a big expense. It's a big responsibility, and I'm not ready yet. It's like being like responsible as a parent. I want a baby.
Yeah.
And if I really friggin' wanted to, I'm sure I could knock somebody up and have one. But is it the right time in my life? No, it's not.
No.
I haven't found the right one yet, unfortunately. And yeah, I get it. But my point is,
Girls do like dogs, though. Little dogs,
you understand my point though?
little puppies.
I want a dog, and I cannot stand when people abuse dogs.
Why would you be abusing your dog?
No, I'm just trying to say that
Oh.
I don't like
Yeah, if you
people
were.
mess with dogs. And my point is that just like a human baby,
Yeah, if you.
it's not the right time.
Yeah, if you weren't around, you would be irresponsible. So I get it.
And it's not the right time because, I mean, now that I'm working from home and it's quarantine, it would be a great time for a dog.
Yeah.
Plus, I can have a dog here.
Yeah.
However, I'm planning on moving
Where you going?
eventually. And when I do, there's that added responsibility of, like, now I have, like, a kid.
Yeah.
And I can't be tied down with that shit right now, especially when I'm pursuing a career in comedy,
Yeah.
you know? But there is a city that I have my eye on that I would like to go to in the next handful
What
of
if you
years.
what if you found a girl that already has a kid and doesn't want any more kids?
Then I don't know. I guess I'd have to cross that bridge when I came to it. That's a big what if. If I loved her enough, then it wouldn't matter. How's that for an answer? Because that's the God's honest truth.
It's okay.
But if I didn't, or what?
What?
Why is that not a good answer?
What?
What?
It sounds like you struggled with it.
No, I didn't struggle with it. What the fuck? Did I really struggle with it?
A little bit.
I don't know.
There was a little hesitation there.
My honest answer is yes. I want a child of my own loins,
Yeah.
and yeah, that might be a deal breaker.
Huh.
And that's why I think it might be a good thing to put that in my dating profile.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
I think it would be.
You know, must be fertile,
Oh, must be.
seeking. Okay, we were going to talk about this. We ended off last week's show with me asking for your help with writing a dating profile. And then, of course, when the cameras turned off, you showed me your profile.
I did?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not open though anymore. I closed
Yeah.
it. It's just like it's like a blank.
Okay. pump the brakes, buddy. You're not getting in trouble.
I'm not getting in trouble.
No one's trying to say your profile's still out there.
It's not.
But at the time, after last week's taping, you showed me your profile pictures. And what amazed me about it is that
wasn't planned either.
You realized that there was an art form.
There is.
And there was a strategic strategy behind the type of pictures that you put on your dating profile.
Yeah, there was a little thought behind it.
No, there was more than a little thought behind it, dude. You fucking know it.
Yeah.
Every single picture that you used was actually brilliant. They weren't fake pictures.
No, they're absolutely true.
They were all shit that you did, but the thought that you used behind why you chose them wasn't just because, oh, I like me in this hoodie.
Yeah.
Or, oh, I like my facial complexion in this one. You chose ones that showed you playing with a dog. You showed ones of you hiking, which you love to do.
I do.
You showed one of you playing bass on stage, I think.
No, I don't think so. I had like a bad boy look.
Right, but every one of your photos, dude, fucking yeah, you're a real bad boy. Bad to the bone.
I forget what I had on there, but
yeah, you were wearing a leather jacket, whatever.
No, I didn't.
I don't know what the hell you were doing, but it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
Everything that you did had every picture that you posted, it like had a strategy.
It didn't have a strategy. It just had it had more of a focus on it than just me. It had things that I'm interested in. It had things that I do.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And like, did you just think of that on your own? Like, did you read a book?
No, I didn't.
That told you to do that?
I don't read books at all. I look at pictures a lot. But no, there's no strategy. That's what I do. That's what I like to do. And I want to find.
Okay,
I want to find somebody.
Evidently, you are just naturally gifted at writing a profile and posting the right pictures.
I like to write. I do poems and stuff like that. I don't tell a lot of people about that stuff, though.
I'm not talking about poems, buddy.
Oh, all right.
I'm talking about your online profile.
Oh,
it was really good. Everything that you said and every picture that you put up there, was thought out.
Yeah.
It wasn't like my lame ass. Like, hello, my name is John. I'm looking for a supermodel.
Yeah, you got some work ahead of you.
Who would make me a stay-at-home dad and smokes pot.
Yeah. I had a great date. I went on a date on Sunday, and it was awesome. We had great dinner. We had a great conversation, and I think we clicked pretty good.
That's awesome, man.
Thanks.
I'm happy for you. I hope this one pans out.
I hope so, too.
We got totally off the topic.
We're dating.
Well, yeah, the dating.
So we got to get a profile going for you.
Yes, we have to get a profile going for me.
I think you need something more. I mean, you work and you like music.
What about... Yeah, so how would I put it in my profile that, because how would I put it in my profile that, like, I'm looking to, like, wouldn't that scare women if I put in my profile? Okay. Take me back to your profile. Did you put what you were seeking? Or did you just...
I put myself of what I like to do.
And then you put what you were looking for?
Yeah, I want to be with somebody with similar interests like mine.
Okay. Did you talk about anything beyond that, like me? Like what am I going to say? Because I think honesty is the best policy. Because if there's anybody that checks out my profile that like is solely against ever having a child ever again, like there's no ever change in their mind, then they shouldn't hit me up.
Yeah.
But how do I put that in the profile without coming across like an asshole?
Yeah, I would leave that out right now, and I would just, put it in the back of your head. That's what you're looking for. And
what about the fact that I'm looking for a girl who's like on the thin side?
You can put. I mean, you're not really active, so you.
Is that shallow?
It is kind of because honest, John, we're getting old. We're old dudes, so
Yeah.
and the pickings. I mean, if that's what you want to call it, pickings.
Okay, so you're trying to say that I need to lower my standards.
Yeah, I would. I don't know. It's up to you.
Maybe I'll just turn gay. I wish I could flip that switch, man. I really could.
There's There's good ones out there.
I know
there are good ones.
I know the grass always seems greener, but sometimes I really think my life would have been easier as a homosexual.
There's some on there.
You know,
you can find one,
dude. They find me. I get hit on more by men than I do by women, but that's probably also the section of town that I live in.
Yeah,
but that's okay. You know, I was telling you this, but you know, I keep coming up with embarrassing things to tell people about, but something made me think about this the other night, and I think it was the fact that I choked on a pill, and that's what I used to do back in the day. Up until I would say my early teens, I could not swallow a pill. Mm-hmm. I was like afraid to. It's like I couldn't get it down, no matter how big of a gulp of whatever I took. Mm-hmm. I couldn't get that fucker to go down. It always gets stuck in my throat. I would gag because gagging is tied into puking, and I have an actual fear of puking, like a true fear of it.
Yeah.
That's what connected it all. Huh. So up until my early teens, I used to have to crush a pill up and then put it into a little bit of water, swirl it around, put it into like a spoonful of applesauce or whatever, like you do with a friggin' dog. That's how I had to take a friggin' pill. How friggin' pathetic is that?
Maybe you could put that in your profile.
How would that work? When I was a little boy, I had to crush pills and put applesauce in them.
Yeah, there you go.
And I'm looking for a girl who's thin.
That can crush my pills up and put them in applesauce. That'd be funny.
Yeah. Oh. We've cut out the applesauce. Dude, we I'm like Porky Pig.
Porky didn't do wee. There's the 3 little pigs that did wee all the way home.
Yeah. Porky Pig.
Porky. Chicken pot pie.
Why do you keep saying that?
Because I want some chicken pot pie.
Is that what you're going to make tonight?
Maybe.
You're going to make chicken pot pie?
Maybe.
Chicken cacciatore, chicken oriento? No, what I was trying to get to earlier, and then you sidetracked me.
You need some more hobbies.
Like you just tried to do right there. This is the second time I'm trying to go into this. And you just inserted a tangent. Dude, I have hobbies.
Yeah.
I have more hobbies than you do.
Maybe.
It's just you go through life with a little bit more recklessness than I do.
Yeah, I don't like rules.
Especially during the pandemic. Let's just say that.
We're still going through the pandemic?
Yeah, exactly.
I thought it was cured.
Exactly. Well, yeah, we're still wearing masks. Everything's still fucking shut down. When that goes away and life goes back to normal, which I hope one day it will.
It will, I think.
I'll be back out there fucking twirling and dancing around, prancing everywhere I go.
Yeah. You'll be gay.
But for the time being, there's nothing open. There's nowhere to go. Where do you fucking go besides going to work and going for hikes?
There's restaurants open. There's things open.
Yeah, and then you overhear people talking about how many centimeters their daughter is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go pay $30 to listen to some broad talk about how many centimeters dilated her daughter is.
That's
COVID dining. Yeah. I'd rather order out.
That was a fluke.
Get it here.
That doesn't happen.
Order it, order it here.
It's nice. But there's things open, man.
You're still supporting the restaurant.
I am.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm going out. I like to go out.
Let me see if you've ever had this. Or maybe you haven't. Have you ever had an apartment?
I've lived in an apartment, yeah.
Okay. Where you could hear the neighbors and they could hear you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever...
I worked nights, too, at the time.
Okay.
So I was, like, in your shoes right now.
Okay, great. were you ever watching TV back then and had it come upon a sex scene and you lowered the volume because you didn't want your neighbors to think that you were like watching porn or having sex? It was the whole thing I was getting about to why I had the box fan going and why I got like the TVs going. Because when like I'm on a Zoom call or I'm on a phone call or even doing a podcast, I don't want anybody to hear my conversation, even though when this is going to be released, anyone in the world can watch it. Yeah. But while we're having it or doing it right this second, I don't want anyone to hear it.
Yeah.
And when I'm on a phone call or on a whatever, a podcast, whatever it is, I don't want my conversations heard. Remember how I was telling you in high school?
Yeah.
Because my room was right next to my brother's, and there was like no insulation. I used to put on Alice in Chains, Waylon Wasp on repeat.
You told me that.
Yeah. Just so there'd be noise, so that they couldn't hear my conversation.
Yeah, I wasn't really watching that stuff when I was living in an apartment.
So you've never had an instance where you turned down anything because you didn't want someone to mistake the sounds?
You know the noises I've heard in the other room? It's wild, man. Crazy.
Yeah, but that's them. Do you really want the other people to think that's you, like, jerking your shit to some porn?
Well, no. Why would I do that?
Exactly. You wouldn't want that. No. So that's why I turned down the volume on a sex scene. Even though it's a sex scene, my neighbors don't know that. For all they know, I could be some sick, twisted bastard upstairs watching friggin' porn 24/7.
You kind of are.
I don't want to give off that vibe. No, I'm not. I don't watch porn, dude. I don't.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not. What?
No.
Yeah, I did the same thing when we did the friggin' if I asked you if you wanted to have a nocturnal emission in space, and you're like, no. Once you found out what the fuck it was. Yeah, no. I don't want to give off a psycho vibe. I don't. You know? I just don't.
You should start cooking.
So that's why, dude, I do cook. I just don't cook fucking veal. Well, yeah, I have cooked chicken parmesan. What are we talking about? Not veal.
Do it.
But I don't take it to the level that you do. Like, you just don't make, like, spaghetti and, fucking grilled cheese and tomato soup.
If I ate spaghetti, I'd be in a coma.
You're cooking, like...
pass out.
Like, you're cooking, like, high-end shit every night.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Like, you take it to, like, another level.
I like cooking.
Like, not to insult. Oh, dude, I think I've talked to both of you guys about this, but like,
both.
Let's say this podcast was on the All Things Comedy Network.
There's two things. There's two guys.
Let's say this podcast was on the All Things Comedy Network. We would have access to a cooking studio, and I would have a cooking show.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And you would cook against Joe.
Yeah.
Because you guys both really know how to cook. Except I know that, and I don't think Joe will mind me saying this, even though Joe's got skills cooking, when he comes home from work every day, because he's back to work, he's tired.
Is he back to work?
Yeah.
Awesome Joe.
He's not cooking, gourmet meals like Gordon Ramsay like you are every day. You know what I'm saying? And I don't blame him. He still cooks, what I would consider, all American food.
Yeah.
But you are going to the, like the Gordon Ramsay dish that you cooked recently. I
had the
baked beef. What's it called?
The Wellington.
The Wellington.
It was turkey, though.
Yeah, whatever it was. It doesn't matter if it's turkey or if it's beef.
I made this sweet meatloaf, man. Sweet meatloaf over the weekend.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Now you're cooking 1950s food. I once asked...
Had a bourbon glaze.
I once asked a really stupid question. I once asked if it would be racist to want to go back and visit the 1950s. And the other person responded with, yes, it is.
That's my century if I wanted to go back, if I could.
Yeah, but think about it from the other side of the coin.
All right.
I think the person I was asking was a person of color.
Oh.
And the 1950s weren't great for them. Let's be honest. That was a time of intense racism around most of the country, the 1950s. segregation still existed in the 1950s.
Yeah.
And so it is kind of naive, I think, for a white person just to say, oh, yeah, the 1950s, it was great. Yeah, it was great in the 50s for white people, you know, driving the fucking muscle cars, not a care in the world, smoking butts, ripping fucking Miller High Lifes. But if you think about other people, the 1950s was a dark time for other people.
Those are muscle cars. Those are classic cars. Classic men and classic
But you know
women.
what I'm talking about.
I know, yeah.
You know?
I know what you're talking
the
about.
The 1950s was, you know, might have been a great fucking time for white people, but it was a horrible time for people of color in this country. So it is kind of naive to just be like, oh, yeah, the 1950s. Yeah, it would be great for us white guys to go back to 1950, I'm sure, when you could just, you know, slip out the N-word whenever you wanted to.
Yeah.
Are those the days you really want to go back to?
Yeah, I don't think about that.
Yeah, we don't think about that.
Yeah.
And when somebody put that thought in my head, I changed my mind. Because, yeah, the 1950s would be a time that I would love to go back and visit. But then it was brought up to my attention what I just told you about. That, you know, to go back into the 1950s, you know, we see the 1950s through the eyes of whiteness, when we're not even thinking about just how fucked up it's going to be in the 50s, just having people toss around the N-word and just, you know, seeing like white people this, you know, only, you know, no blacks allowed. You really want to go back to a world like that?
No.
Exactly.
But same with women. I mean, women didn't have, I mean.
Yeah, the 1950s were cool for cars, I guess, and like TVs were just coming out. We're about to go to the moon.
It wasn't just race. There was a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but I'm saying, yeah. I don't mean to, but you understand my point now.
I get your point.
Yeah. So that's why I'm not as excited to go back to the 1950s. You know what? Fuck the 50s. I would take the 1980s and 90s again.
80s were a blast, man.
The 80s and 90s were both a blast. Dude.
90s were good.
I sent you
early 90s.
I sent you a song the other day, and you never responded to it, which usually means that you probably didn't like it. Because when I usually send you a song,
I did listen to it though. I liked it. I did like it.
Did you like it?
I did like it.
Didn't it sound like it was something out of the 80s? Had a very 80s vibe.
Yeah, it
like
did.
An 80s synth vibe.
Yeah.
And it literally has. I checked it out on Spotify. I think I texted that to Joe, not you. But it.
Oh, you're cheating on me?
Yeah. I have other friends besides you and Joe, buddy.
Oh, all right.
But no, what am I trying to say? The artist's name is The Weeknd, and the song is called Blinding Lights. I've heard it in snippets in commercials and on TV, and I've never known who did it. And then I finally figured out it was The Weeknd. And I absolutely love that song now. And I love him as an artist. He's got other songs like that. But like the music that he's creating, man, is just incredible. It's got upbeat 80s synthwave sound that I grew up with. And he's blending it with like really nice, catchy, chorusy harmonies.
Yeah. It was good. I've heard it before, and I dig it.
Yeah.
It was good.
So I discovered The Weeknd recently. I love it. Adam Calhoun just dropped a new album. Adam Calhoun is a rapper, hip-hop guy. He just dropped a new album called Pressure, and it's dope as fuck. So check that out.
Not big on rap.
I should start doing reactions. Dude, I'm sorry. But
I like older rap, like the 90s.
If there's any style of music that you don't like, I don't consider you to be a music fan.
Right.
I love hip hop.
Right.
I love every style of music because I can find something about it that I dig as a musician.
I like DMX.
All right.
Cypress,
dude, I bet you I could send you some
Naughty by Nature,
some hip hop songs that you would like.
Probably.
If you liked Naughty by Nature and that kind of stuff, I don't know, Bismarcky, and you say she's just a friend, oh baby.
I like that song. I don't like today's rap. I don't like a lot of today's music. A
lot of the rap is like mumble rap.
Yeah,
there's actually some good rap out there that's really, really good.
I got to poke through everything and figure everything out.
I could play a couple things before you leave. But, folks, I think that's about all the time we got for today. There was a couple things I got written down that we haven't gotten to, but you know we've been talking for long enough. What do you think, dude? You can't.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah?
Chicken pot pie.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. You ready to sign off?
Robert. Yeah.
All right. I'm not. I haven't been.
Are you?
I am Jon Arez.
And I'm Josh Ryder.
And this guy's Josh Ryder.
And
I said it again.
Yeah.
God. So why don't you do it with me?
It's like free publicity.
Do it with me.
I want the echo, though. I like it.
Well, give me the echo from you. Hi. No, it's not what I'm supposed to say.
You do it, and I'll do the echo.
No. When I say my name, you repeat it, and then I'll do the same for you like I usually do. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching episode 69. If you're still listening or watching, hit the like, hit the subscribe. If you could, that would help out greatly. I'm Jon Arez.
You are Jon Arez.
And he is Josh
Ryder.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound as good as mine.
And this has been episode 6. I just lowered my volume thing.
That's good.
And then I couldn't hear anything. And this has been episode 69 of the Views from the Jon podcast. We'll see you guys later for next week for episode 70. All right. Peace.
Thank you. See ya.